Hi, welcome back to my channel. I'm Daniela and today we'll continue with Mindhunter, this time episode 7 of the second season. In the last episode, in Atlanta, I don't know, in a way, the things are moving forward. They start searching at the sites where um, bodies were found or the kids went missing. At the first site they went, they found more bodies, but also some evidence in a way. They caught a guy. Wasn't what Holden was expecting. I don't think he believes he is the killer, but they did took him for questioning. Um, but already the press is there. So this is gonna be a show. Um, Brian is acting in a way weirder. Neither Nancy or Bill know exactly how to deal with it. They are going through the process, doing everything they can, even if Bill can't be there to, offer some moral support at least to Nancy because it's definitely extremely difficult for her. So that's that. Um, the link to my Instagram is in the description. The super thanks are active as always. Um, as usual, I got something to drink. The episode is ready to start. So, without further ado, let's do this.
This is a white guy from outside the victim's world. If our perp's doing these, he's working on the move. There'd be something in there that connects him with the crimes.
You got anything he could use to strangle or restrain anyone?
Rope, but every plumber's got rope.
Any supremacist literature? Nope. Awful lot of tape.
We have no evidence tape was used on any of the victims.
We have no evidence that it wasn't.
You would go through a lot of different neighborhoods. White neighborhoods, black neighborhoods.
Sure.
You're in people's homes. Under the sink. They go about their business. Almost forget you're there.
Any of your clientele have kids?
Probably. I'm just there to do my thing, and I don't.
But you'd notice a kid if he was around.
I suppose.
Most of your clients white?
Like I said, it's a mix.
So you're in black homes too?
Some.
I got it. Sorry about that. You belong to any clubs?
Clubs.
You know, groups.
I mean, I know what they were trying to do,
Maybe the kind where you all have
but
the same
I wouldn't
dislikes,
drink the coffee if someone
grievances,
else's
the kind
fingers
where
were in it, so
wear a sheet.
No, I don't get involved in that shit.
I don't care about the color.
I wasn't raised like that. Not to do things like that.
Like what?
Like hating people and shit, just because of who they are. I wasn't raised like that.
You keep a dozen rolls of tape on hand just in case. What? The Chattahoochee threatens to burst through a shower drain?
I don't know. Well, what about the news?
You ever been to Red Wine Road?
Yeah, driving on my way to work sometimes.
So you must have seen the news. Heard about the bodies.
So the only reason you go down Red Wine Road is for work?
Yeah,
Never for anything else?
You know what these are?
Yeah,
We found your fingerprints on them.
I don't understand.
We also found traces of semen on the magazines. You need us to tell you where we found those? 50 feet from the bodies of two murdered boys, and across Red Wine Road from where we found Milton Harvey's body last year.
I'm so sorry.
I'm sure you are. Now you just need to tell us what you're sorry for.
My wife, she's pregnant, and it's our first. And we haven't, And I bought those magazines, and I took them in the woods, and I ain't never hurt nobody.
You're telling me you went into the woods to jack off?
I don't know nothing about any murders. And it's just sometimes you gotta.
Another body.
It's not Luby. Forensics says he was killed and dumped within the last 6 hours.
Whoa.
We think it's a kid named Terry Pugh. Last seen around midnight. Well after we picked this guy up. He couldn't have done it.
Waste of time.
It could have been him.
You wanted it to be.
We had to eliminate him.
There's no point in us being down here if we're not doing the one thing only we know how to do.
We can't have tunnel vision, Holden.
Whittling down possibilities is not tunnel vision.
Today, the same area yielded the 19th victim of Atlanta's child slayings. This is the first time a body has been found in Rockdale County. Rockdale Sheriff's Department said today they would be cooperating with APD and Task Force Chief Morris Redding in their investigation.
Hello.
He's fucking with us.
What?
The killer, he's fucking with us.
If he's still fucking with us in 8 hours. Tell me about it.
When we got the hoax call from Sigmund Road, we walked that site for 12 hours and we found nothing. Until yesterday. He dumped Pugh's body on Sigmund Road because he saw us on TV.
It's not random. He's showing us how deliberate he is, how smart he is.
He's been having a one-sided conversation.
What do we do?
He's responding to media coverage. We need to strictly manage what we give them. That way we're focusing him to respond to the right things.
And what if he responds by abducting another child?
All I can tell you is with BTK, they chose not to engage and he continued to kill.
We set up memorials for some of the victims. Put crosses at a couple of the dump sites. We make an announcement, hold a vigil. We can tie it to one of the stop marches.
The press will eat that up. It'll go everywhere.
He won't be able to stay away.
Photograph license plates, canvass the crowds, look for anyone that fits our profile.
He could show up at an odd hour when it's not populated.
You're disappointed in the results.
I felt we could have got more, but he could see where I was headed, and that's when he ended the interview.
And it's frustrating. There's no reason for you to put your work on hold, to fly cross country to do these.
Oh, it's all right.
I am appreciative of you taking up the slack, but your expertise is needed here in analysis.
Hands-on's actually helpful for my analysis.
It's preferable our agents conduct these interviews, and that frees you up to do the more important aspects of your work.
But she liked it.
It feels like he's actually moving backwards. He stopped talking. He doesn't play anymore. Brian should be throwing a baseball, playing hide and seek, telling me about his stupid day.
Well, regression may be a normal part of the healing process.
I have no idea what's going on inside that head. Brian was 3 when we got him. The doctor said he was fine, but who knows what his life was like before, how he was treated, what he'd been exposed to. How does a 7-year-old do what he did? He watched a child die, crucified the body, and didn't tell anyone?
You said he was trying to help.
It was a helpless toddler. Was this inside him when we got him? Or did we do something?
Bill, I know you. You didn't do this to him.
You're not getting any sleep. I can tell you're not eating down there. You're trying to be in 2 places at once. And with everything going on with Brian, you can't keep this up.
Honey, it's 19 kids.
Just come home. Hi, Brian. You remember me, right?
You know that I have a spare bedroom. I never use it. It's just sitting there, practically empty.
Are you asking me to move in with you?
I mean, you're already here 4 nights a week, and we could get you a dresser.
Are you asking me to be a roommate, or are you asking me to move in with you?
I want you to be here and...
Wendy, you need to decide what the fuck you're asking me first. Because if I'm gonna move in, I want to share a bed with you. I want to pay rent. I don't want you to just toss me a bit of your excess life.
I'm trying to do something nice.
Sounds like you're trying to keep your guest bedroom occupied.
No, that's not it at all.
I'm not someone that you need to take care of.
You keep saying that we'll just figure this out, and I don't understand what that means. So if you could just tell me,
I want you to want me to move in. Not because it's a good use of an extra bedroom or because it's better for taxes. Because you want it.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to upset you.
This guy was picked up just after Luby went missing. Faces charges for sodomy with a minor. Look at the house.
This the brick house down the street in Lakewood?
Yep. Vice already tore his house and car apart. Pulled out boxes of Polaroids, hundreds of them. All young boys. But here's the thing. Evidence file says every single picture was of white kids.
Makes sense. This isn't our guy.
How can you be so sure?
He's white, he's old. His car isn't close to a police vehicle.
Mrs. Tench?
Nancy?
It's the mother of the baby.
I can't imagine. He was such a sweet boy. I've been praying, hoping that he would speak to me. If there's any, they let me see him. I made them tell me everything. I had to know. I've decided I can't carry this anymore. This pain, the anger, I can't. I came here because I want you to know I forgive your son. He wasn't trying to hurt anyone. He was trying to help. That's what he was doing, putting Daniel on that cross. I see that now. May I meet your Brian? I'd like him to understand that I forgive him. No. I just want to tell him I'm sorry. That won't be possible. I understand.
Did Patrick know Luby Jeter or Earl Terrell?
He knew Luby and Earl. Seemed every few weeks there was somebody he knew.
Are you saying he knew more victims than just Luby and Earl?
Oh, yeah. He knew Aaron Jackson. They were good friends. At one point, he dated Alfred Evans' cousin. So, when he died, that was way back, Patrick knew about him. He knew Charles Stevens, and I think he must have known Terry. He was all broke up about little Aaron. Aaron Weish.
Aaron Weish. How do you know him?
Aaron lived right over there. The day they pulled Aaron from up underneath that bridge, Patrick, he come home and he said, Mama, he's getting closer.
Powerful explosion in the Bowen Homes housing complex. The blast tore through a daycare center at approximately 11:30, killing 3 children and injuring 11 others. The city says early investigations point to a faulty boiler.
I grieve for and I grieve with this community and these families. With all the families who have lost little ones. It is within those bonds that we have always prevailed.
He's very good.
Through our courage, through our
His daddy and
optimism,
his granddaddy were preachers.
and our faith.
Consoling is the family business.
I assure you that just as no injustice will go unanswered, no negligence will go unpunished.
Who are you investigating?
Right now, the question is, what are we investigating? It appears that some of the heating equipment was quite old.
I'm a veteran. That sounded like a bomb.
There is no indication from the scene of any explosive device.
They're killing children every other way. Why not like this?
We know who done this, just like we know who done all the rest of them. It's the Klan.
Please, let me be very clear. There is no evidence of Klan involvement.
They've been terrorizing us for generations. Now they're coming after our children.
We got 19 dead or missing black children. Who else doing that to us?
We voted for you, and there ain't nobody doing nothing for us.
We are not your adversaries in this problem.
Y'all wanna know who the Klan is?
We are together in this.
11 black children had to die for this city to take us seriously. We will leave no stone unturned.
This is what they want to
We
hear.
know what isn't being done because they're afraid of losing election dollars, losing tourists, while we are losing babies. We are going to make this city give every poor black child the same consideration and protection as every other kind of child. That's right.
The mayor has always believed, and I agree, we have to take a serious look into the Klan. But we don't want to inflame the public. He wants GBI to take the lead.
Fine. Let them have it.
Why wouldn't the task force run it? We know the cases.
The mayor insists this be run completely independent of APD.
You think this operation is a good use of your time?
What I think is we're here to solve 19 murders, so I'm going to allow for every possibility.
Even if it has nothing to do with what we came here to pursue.
Holden, we're not here to support any theory. We should be deriving a theory by either confirming or eliminating leads.
Excuse me. Pardon me.
Something says they found another body.
Ruby? Cause?
Strangulation.
Where?
Vanderveer Road.
Today was...
You had a good idea. Probably won't be your last.
I don't understand how 19 children can be slaughtered and we spent an entire afternoon figuring out which drill bit is official size.
It's been a tough day.
So that was a thing. Unfortunately, things are getting worse instead of better. The community is angry and, has every right to be. They are blaming in a way, blaming the mayor for not doing enough. They are blaming the clan. They think the clan is responsible for the murders. The guy they took for questioning and then ended up not being the guy that the killer. Another kid went missing and killed. One that was missing, they found his body. Just a big mess. And honestly, I think that no one actually knows what to do. Holden is still set on that the killer is African American, has this thing in mind and can't be changed. He tried kind of to lure out the killer. Didn't seem to work. A big part of the kids that ended up dead, that were kidnapped, knew each other. So it must be someone in the community, I guess. Someone close by that knew them. Wasn't just a passerby. I think he's someone that, it's very close to them and that no one will think he could do something like this. Maybe someone that can be trusted. Maybe even someone that is in contact with kids. Someone that the kids trusted. It will be tough. It will be tough because they have no evidence. They are trying to make like a profile of the killer. But nothing more. It's just like a psychological profile more than a physical one. It's just that Holden is, believes that is, again, an African American. Which, I don't know, might be right. It doesn't seem that the black community trusts white people that well, and that explosion at the daycare didn't help. It just made people even angrier, because at first I thought that it was like a revenge in a way, a revenge of a sick mind, because black, white, they were still kids. But I thought that it was like mostly a white people, and someone took kind of revenge because black kids were missing and killed, and it was like but no. It might have been an accident, but the timing was really, really bad. I don't know. I have a feeling that I have to look this thing up after the last episode to know exactly if it's a real case, which I do believe it is. But I want to know if they, they end the show on a cliffhanger with it. I really want to know if they caught the culprit. There was a thing with that red brick house, and they found photos of children, but they were white, so Holden from the start kind of ruled it out. But I mean, I know he got angry with kind of Bill and the rest for interrogating that plumber. He thought it was a waste of time. But I don't know, sometimes even when you think it's a waste of time, you have to, try every possibility, especially in a case like this. You can't rule anything out, no matter how stupid or far-reached it might seem. You have to. Bill and Nancy are not well either. Again, I don't know how this thing is gonna end up. I'm pretty sure it's not gonna end up. Won't have a finale, because again, there is only one episode left. Bill is trying to kind of split himself, be in three places almost at once, and it's not good for him, it's not good for the job, it's not good for his family. So I do feel sorry for him, but I also feel sorry for Nancy, because she definitely feels alone in this. It's about family, her family, and I definitely believe she thinks Bill is not doing enough, is not committed enough. I believe she thinks Brian should be the first priority, which, of course, but she doesn't. Bill has the same priorities as she does, which again is Brian. But whole thing is, it's really difficult for both of them, and I don't know if the situation will continue like this. I don't know. It's not good for their relation. I don't know how much Nancy can hold on her own. So yeah. It was an interesting episode. It's unfortunate that is ending like this. I can't wait for the next episode and the last, I guess. Yeah, that was that. Really liked it. I think this is all I have to say about this episode. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy. See you next time. Bye.